Which stocks has the next Warren Buffett been buying and selling? Well, in this video, you guys are going to find out as I deep dive into the portfolio of Seth Klarman. Who is Seth Klarman? Well, Seth Klarman is a legendary value investor who's been nicknamed the next Warren Buffett due to his value investing approach. He is the founder and chief investment officer for the Baupost Group, which currently has approximately $12.4 billion in assets under management, and he currently has a portfolio of around 146 investments. Now, of course, I'm not going to go into each and every investment in this video, but I am going to reveal two stocks which he bought and then sold, and one stock which he's been buying quite heavily. So without further ado, guys, let's dive in. So in this video, guys, we're going to be using investoroflegends.com. Now, this is a fantastic website where you can track all the greatest legendary investors from Warren Buffett to Bill Gates, Seth Klarman, and many, many more. And you can see exactly which stocks they've been buying and selling. Now, the first stock we're going to dive into is a stock called Qorco Incorporated with the ticker symbol QRVO. Now, this is a stock which Seth Klarman purchased for an average legend buy price of $83 per share. And since then, the stock is up by 90%. Now, he has trimmed his position recently, so he sold 4.7% of his shares, but he still seems quite bullish on this company. Hopping into my valuation model, so I did a deep valuation on this company, which I covered in a previous video on my top 2 5G stocks. Company's growth rate, I predicted 15% over the next few years. And basically, my final valuation for this company gives it an estimated value per share of $161 per share. Stock's currently trading about $170. I triangulated this with another valuation model, which gave the company a fair value of $261 per share. And that basically said this stock could be 33% undervalued right now. They also have a strong competitive advantage with a series of patents, just under 2,000 patents this company has. Now, stock number 2 I'm going to dive into is an interesting company because he was buying this stock in Q2 of 2021, but then he was suddenly selling it in Q3. So this is Willis Towers Watson Public Limited, and he basically purchased the stock around $217. It increased to $230, not a massive gain, and then suddenly he sells 47% of the stock, which is huge, really. So that's an interesting one. To the numbers real quick for this company. Price to earnings ratio of 20, price to sales of 3. Growth rate for this company, surprisingly, the company's been growing around 19% over the past 5 years. This past year, it's grown around 5%. Strong profitability, very strong, stable, solid business. Return on capital, 6.9%. And stock number 3 I'm going to dive into is another stock which he bought heavily and then suddenly started selling. And the reason I'm covering this stock is it's a very interesting company, which is really ubiquitous in our day-to-day lives, but you've probably never heard of this company. So this is International Flavors and Fragrances. So if we dive into this company here, the ticker symbol is IFF. And Seth Klarman purchased this stock for an average price of $129 per share. It increased again by 18%, not a huge gain, $152. But then Seth Klarman decided to sell 40% of his shares. Now, this could be because he's found other investing opportunities, or it could be for another reason. But either way, I'm going to cover this company because I think it's an interesting company to know a little bit more about. This company basically tailors specific flavors and fragrances. So let's say a company wishes to create a certain flavor which tastes like watermelon, but like a specific type of watermelon, or a certain type of fragrance. This company is the market leader in that. It may sound like, how can a company actually make a business out of that? But this company's worth $34 billion. This is a major business in a major industry.
This is called a scrumdiddlyumptious bar.
Scrumdiddlyumptious bar? How does he do it?
So we supply the food and beverage, fragrance, home and personal care market and the health and wellness end markets with innovative solutions that allow them to create the products that consumers know and love. And here's an interesting example with toothpaste. So I don't know if this company is actually involved in the toothpaste arena, but basically Colgate, let's say, for example, or any of these other toothpaste brands, you get that nice refreshing feeling after you've brushed your teeth. Now, that's a specific feeling which the companies tailor the products to act on your mouth, and this basically acts as a habit loop. So when you actually brush your teeth, you get that nice refreshing feeling in your mouth, and that is what you want to keep going back more and more for. Exceptional growth rate, guys. Sales growth 82% over the past year. For those that don't know, Generally, I say a growth stock as one which is growing their revenues between 15 and 20% per year. 82% guys. Hopping into the quick valuation, price of sales is 5, so you're paying 5 times the company's sales. P ratio 22, so roughly average for the industry. So this could really be a very interesting play. That's today's video, guys. If you haven't subscribed and you do like these tips, feel free by hitting that subscribe button, turning that notification bell on. If you did find value, big thumbs up, helps out tremendously with the channel. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have an incredible day, and I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.